we've been working so far for like 3 different companies in 3 different workshops. In the case of masters, I'm from the Master of Business Design. Uh, and what we found out so far is some of the companies are being really very receptive, and some of them have been really interested in what we do and what we propose to them. But some of them are somehow still like, it's really hard to get into them, and it's really difficult to try to show them without telling them, this is wrong what you're doing, because I mean, who are we to tell them this is wrong? But in communicating the ideas of what we think that is useful, the direction that they should go for, which is basically what we propose to them, somehow it's very difficult. Some of them seem like they're very stubborn, and it's like you have to do also with the way the Italian management their own companies. Most of them are very family-owned companies. So that's been one of the challenges that we as a student has faced when we're working with them. But it's definitely been a great opportunity and an amazing experience to see different sides of the spectrum. We have worked from food to fashion, wine from fashion and body care, and we see some similarities within the way Italian company works. So I guess that's the experience that we have had, at least in our case. I don't know, the guy from the other masters. And we definitely would like to know if you guys share the same experience that we do while working with these companies that you've been working with, or no? I don't know.
I can speak from, well, I'm speaking from two lenses because I worked in consulting in the US, and I know Ahmed also worked in consulting, and no company wants to change, no matter where they're from. And what I would move to is when you're designing a concept, because you're like creating the future, right? You're pushing the boundaries. Is take it out of the lab and money talks, right? So do experiments to try to get people to buy before you even make it, or like Kickstarters and things like that. Getting people to sign up for concepts before them, and they may say, oh, I don't know, that's a little uncomfortable, and you're like, well, 100 people said this, or in doing that, there are going to be tons of things that go wrong, like when you test prototypes. But it's better that it goes wrong with you than them when they do that later and go from the lab to the world. So I think that's what helps the most, is don't hesitate to bring it into the world first and ask for forgiveness rather than permission.
It's completely okay to make mistakes in the start, because once you make a mistake, you learn what you're doing wrong, and then you build onto it. So it's like, first you experiment. If people are supporting you, the companies will believe in you. Like, if you have support, but if you do not have support, then company won't believe in you. So get the support first before even launching it, and then convince the company, okay, you don't believe it, but there are actually people in the market from where you can earn the money. So that's the motivating factor they have, the money.
And then just speaking from the experience here during the program, we've been lucky enough to work with Bonotto that has such an open mind and is even more creative than I think we can even be. But in listening to the other companies that are part of the program, that's been a challenge, a common challenge. It's family-owned, traditional. They want to be innovative, but they don't want to change anything. And it's trying to see how you can understand the company, maybe go and visit the factories, go and talk to the people, understand the culture, and see how you can work with that culture to morph it a different route, but keep the same essence. So I think that's the biggest challenge.
Hello, I'm Jitu George. I'm from India. I came to Italy for 6 months because I won a scholarship from Gucci. I was a master's in international luxury management. So the first 6 months was in France, then I came to Milan, mainly because of the Gucci tag, because it's a well-known company. And I got to work with, on a few projects as a student. And then I was lucky enough, because after that, I got some experience within the luxury industry, mainly the handbag industry, and then also the ceramic tile industry. And now I've been here for more than 1.5 years. And I was really lucky to have the experience of interacting with top entrepreneurs and getting an experience of how the Italian industry works. So the positives are, right now it's the stage wherein companies really want to innovate. And even the big brands of Italy, they're doing extremely well, but they can always do better. So I feel it's the brands that are really doing well are trying to streamline their process, really focusing and segmenting each of their processes, and they're trying to streamline it and better each and every process. So I feel that's the way to go about it. Like, that's the way to succeed. And I really feel there's a positive vibe currently. It's really happening a lot now in Italy, and I feel that's really the positives of what's happening. And international acumen can be really helpful in the stage, because companies are really looking to hire people that are experts in their field, so that they're willing to take in inputs and then better their whole process, whether it's supply chain, marketing, and management, or even the production. So yeah, I feel Italy is really taking the stride forward, and then programs like the ones you attended would really make the difference. It's a really positive phenomenon, definitely.